Correspondent Ben Wedeman joins me now from Kharkiv. Good to have you with us, Ben. So it's no surprise that Russian state media claim that people in these Russian-controlled Ukrainian cities are voting to join Russia. The big question is, what will this mean for both countries?
Before I get to that, Linda, let me tell you, about three and a half hours ago, 5 missiles, Russian missiles, hit here, Kharkiv, basically destroying an electrical substation. And now most of the city is without power. You might be able to hear a generator that's running nearby that's providing some of the power we're using. No word on casualties. Now, as far as the referenda go in those 4 Russian-occupied areas, what does it mean? It essentially means that as far as Russia is concerned, it will no longer be a war where Russian forces are fighting in Ukraine. For them, those areas will become Russia. So it'll be a case of Ukrainian forces fighting in Russia, which of course means that perhaps it will no longer be in the wording of the Russians, a special military operation. Rather, it will be a war on the soil of the motherland. And perhaps, for instance, President Putin, who recently declared this partial mobilization, could shift to full mobilization. Linda? Wow.
Ben, you really are in the thick of it there. Just talk to us more about Ukraine's counteroffensive, because they are continuing to push out the enemy. And I understand you've been speaking to residents in one town, which is now back under the control of Ukrainian forces.
Yes, well, certainly the first 2 weeks of September saw dramatic gains by Ukrainian forces. Since then, it's been somewhat more incremental, but nonetheless fairly steady. We were in this one town that was liberated Saturday evening. We arrived very early Monday morning. I think it was Monday. I sometimes lose track of time. But what we saw was the Russians are paying a very, very high price in this war.
The bodies of dead Russian soldiers are scattered around the town of Pisky-Radkivsky, killed far from home in what the Kremlin chooses to call a special military operation, but it's a war by any other name. A war into which many more Russians will be thrown now that the so-called partial mobilization has begun, and who may well meet a similar end.
This is a bank document found on one of the soldiers. The soldier is from St. Petersburg, and he was born on the 30th of September 2001. He died 3 days before his birthday.
The charred remnants of Russian armor are scattered around town. Outgoing artillery pursues an army once considered one of the most powerful on earth. An army that abandoned tanks aplenty, many in working order. Dmitry and his crew are tinkering with one such tank fresh from the battlefield. It has minimal breakage, he says. I can turn it on now without any problems. Sure enough, its motor roars to life. When they run away, they lose not only the tanks, says Alexander, but also the ammunition, and the next day it's all used against them. This tank almost ready to go back into action. Pisky-Radkivsky lies just north of the Donbass region, which after sham referenda, President Vladimir Putin plans to annex to Russia. Yet few here have fond memories of life under Russia's sway. Stanislav is cutting sheet metal to put over the shattered windows of his sister's home. There was looting in spring, he recalls. They were taking everything. Down the road, Varvara and Raisa are back to what they did throughout the Russian occupation. Just sitting here, says Varvara. They didn't bother us. But Raisa found them annoying. Nazis, Nazis, she says. They always ask, where are the Nazis? The Russians have left or lie dead in the dirt. Lives wasted or nothing.
And of course, as many as perhaps 300,000 more Russian soldiers will be coming to Ukraine. It's hard to see how they'll end any different from their comrades in that town. Lynda?
Ben Wedeman, our thanks to you and your team on the front line. Stay safe.